before the first shot, silence ruled the Somme.
At dawn, the whistle screamed, and the world of men turned to thunder.
Every inch forward was bought with blood and earth. The Somme devoured the brave and the desperate alike. At the wire, the battle found its voice, a roar of defiance echoing through mud and fire.
The wire was behind them. Only the trench stood between courage and the unknown. They held the trench with grit and fire. Every breath fought against fear and falling earth.
Out of the trench and into the storm, they carried the line forward, one breath at a time.
Through smoke and steel they stormed the line, where every heartbeat was a battle of its own.
The fog closed in like a living thing, and in its breath the fight began anew. In the crater fields of Somme, there was no direction, only the will to keep moving.
Incoming!
Messages turned to sparks, orders drowned in thunder. The line between chaos and command was gone.
Below the earth they waited, where silence had the sound of fear, and courage learned to whisper.
They rose from the earth to meet the storm again, where duty burned brighter than the fear below.
Through smoke and fire they pressed on, their courage the only light in the endless grey. Steel met mud, and men became shadows, each strike another heartbeat. Hold this line!
They held the trench as the storm returned, each second carved from courage and the will to endure.
Through thunder and flame they came again, not for glory, but for the ground beneath their feet.
At the trench's edge, war forgot its distance. Only faces, fury, and the fight remained.
In the roar and ruin, a heartbeat of victory broke through. Through the mud and fire they ran, not for glory, but for each other.
Through the wire and the storm, they carved a path, not to escape the mud, but to own it.
In the narrow world of mud and fear, there was no glory, only the will to stand.
They had taken the trench, but to keep it, they would have to fight the dawn itself.
They did not fight for the ground beneath them, but for the breath to see another dawn.
In the black heart of night, the world forgot the sky and remembered only the struggle to live.
They were outnumbered, outflanked, and yet they stood. Hold the line! In the heart of ruin, they stood unbroken, turning collapse into defiance. The enemy came like thunder through the mist, and courage met them at the edge of ruin.
In the trench, there was no distance, only the will to survive, where courage turned to instinct.
They fought back through smoke and flame, carving space to breathe inside a grave of mud.
In the rain, they found renewal. each drop washing fear from the faces of the weary.
From the earth itself, they summons thunder, a storm of iron to answer despair.
Through craters of fire and rain, they moved like shadows, each step a promise to the fallen. One shot in the mist, one breath of fate, war whispered through the silence before thunder returned. Beneath the ground, secrets waited in the dark. The war spoke through wires before men could breathe again.
In the dark, look up. The earth itself turned against them. Swallowings they had stolen from the enemy.
They returned to where it began, mud, silence, and the heartbeat of men who would not yield. They moved through darkness like ghosts of their own courage, unseen but unbroken beneath the watchful stars.
Stay low! Stay low! Fire! Get that artillery in here, now! Every step through fire was a promise.
Between life and the line lay only the earth, the same mud that buried hope and bore their courage.
They returned not as victors, but as survivors, each breath proof that courage endures where glory dies. When the guns fell silent, the air was heavier than the fight, a stillness carved from courage and loss. The guns had fallen silent, but their echoes lingered, in the air, in the mud, and in the hearts that remained.
Rest, men!
In the silence between flares, the world held its breath, waiting for dawn or another storm. For one breathless moment, the night revealed everything: the mud, the fear, the faces that refused to fall. They found what the enemy left behind: emptiness, silence, and the echo of lives that once fought to hold this ground. They followed the line drawn in silence, toward water, toward hope, and into the unknown.
The river waited, silent and grey, its waters heavy with ash, its far bank hidden.
The battle ends, but the spirit endures. Peace returns at dawn. When the noise was gone, they found what remained: the stillness that war could never kill. Here, where the mud met the river, the echoes of men became reflections, and reflections became peace.